What's up, you guys? It's your girl Shay, and we are back for yet another video. If you are new here, welcome to the cool side. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I love you. I appreciate you. I am nothing without you. If you can't tell from the title below, today's video will be a story time. This story time is gonna be about the time that left your girl for dead, basically. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump straight on into this video. First thing first, you know, we have to go over characters, and there's only two people that you guys need to know for this story time. The first character is, we're gonna call her okay, we're gonna call her Ashley. I don't know if I've ever used that name on my channel before. So me and Ashley basically have been friends for years. We went to high school together, blah 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 blah. And some girl, we always have a good time when we're together, so you know, we good, we here, you know what I'm saying? Next, the second person that you guys need to know is, what we're gonna call this person. I should have did this off camera. We're just gonna call her Square, because she's a square. So we're just gonna call her Square, okay? Square is basically Ashley's best friend, and they roommates, all that good stuff. Mind you, even though this is Ashley's friend, me and Ashley have been friends so long that I have actually been knowing Square for like at least 2, maybe even 3 years at this point. So me and Square, we pretty good. Like, we not besties, like we have each other's phone numbers, we not texting 24/7, but we kick it, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time it is when Ashley is around, but I consider Square my friend. So me, Ashley, and Square. So this particular day, me, Ashley, and Square all decided that we were gonna go out, which is nothing new. Like, we always would link up, either sit around the house and have some drinks, go out to eat, go out. We would always spend time together. So I mean, this was nothing new, nothing out of the ordinary. But I remember I had pulled up over there at their house, to remind you, they're roommates. I pulled up over to Square and Ashley's house, and I think I pretty much got ready over there. So we had made up that we were going to go to this club called Last Call. If you don't know anything about it, it's kind of like an older person club. It's like the sugar daddy spot. Let's just say that it's a sugar daddy spot. And all of us were drinking, you know, just getting ready, like curling hair, trying on outfits, changing up stuff, putting on lashes, just getting ready to go out, you know? Everything is like literally perfect, y'all. If you would have told me that this night was going to end badly, I would have been like, you cap. Like, there's no, like, these my girls. Fast forward, we pull up to the club or whatever, and I cannot remember what happened in the car, y'all. I remember vaguely, because I remember after this whole incident, me and Ashley kind of talked about it. You know what? That's what it was. Okay. So y'all, before we even went in the club, remember this, keep this mental note in your brain. They wanted me to take a shot, but like I don't know if I mentioned this, we had been pre-gaming at the house. And I'm the type of person, if I take too many different shots, or if I take too many shots fast, I get a little drunk and I might end up throwing up. So at that time, at that very moment, when they asked me to take a shot, I just still felt the last shot resonating inside of me. So I made the pimp decision and said, no, I'm not taking a shot. So remember that, in the car, we ain't take a shot. We get into the club and we walking around, we get in, and there's this older guy. Well, I don't think he's that much older, but there's this guy that has like a crush on Ashley. And him and Ashley kind of communicate, but she ain't really trying to get him no play like that, because he a little creepy. He kind of get like those little stalker vibes. You know, the guys is like always looking for you, always find you when you out type of thing. And it's like, where did you come from? And why do you always have to come to me? Like, I don't need everybody knowing we talking like that, because I got other situations out there. Don't ruin it. Don't be blocking. You know what I'm saying? So it was that type of situation. But he came up or whatever, found her like as soon as we got in the club, and offered to buy like all of us drinks. So he bought all of us something to drink or whatever, and we sipping, whatever, moving around the club, basically trying to find a spot. At this point in time, like, y'all, we had only been in the club like all of 20, maybe 30 minutes, and my feet was killing me, okay? Like, my feet was hurting so bad. I put on shoes, if I'm not mistaken, that I thought wouldn't even hurt my feet like that. They normally didn't hurt my feet, but for whatever reason, this night, my feet was killing me. Like, I remember that. And I remember talking to Ashley, and she was like, girl, me too. Both of our feet, our biggest, our toes was bunning up. We know what was going on, Lord. But yeah, so we walking around like we still trying to look cute, you know, look a little sexy, look fine. But in the back of our mind, like, girl, my toes hurt real bad. Like, what's up? What's good? What's tea? So fast forward, we like done with our drinks. At this point, y'all, sidebar, I'm the type of person, if you know me, like, I do not pay attention to what other people have going on. That's one thing that I have a very bad habit of doing. I can't even lie. I don't pay attention to what goes on around me. Like, sometimes I'll see stuff, but I don't process it. So this is exactly what was happening in that situation. I noticed that, mind you, me and Ashley were talking throughout this little 30 minutes to an hour that we were in the club. But for whatever reason, Square did not say nothing to me. And I remember when Square wasn't saying nothing to me, I'm like, am I even here? Like, why I feel like you ignoring me, sis? But like, whatever. I didn't even pay it that much mind, but I did notice, like, you ain't saying nothing to me for real. Like, literally nothing. Like, since we've gotten out of the car, she hasn't said anything to me. So I noticed that Square and Ashley are like going back and forth. Like, they are deep in conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I never really was able to make out what they were saying. I just know, looking at Ashley's face at one point, she was kind of caught off guard by something. Still didn't pay no mind to it. So she kind of left Square. Like, we weren't far away from each other, but it was like she was closer to Square at the time when she was talking to her. But once she finished talking to her, she kind of walked back over to me. Mind you, Square is only like 2, 3, maybe 3 feet away from us. She's not far. But yeah, she had kind of came back over to me. I'm like, what's up? She was like, girl, nothing. She acting crazy, whatever. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, do you know how long we're gonna be in here? Because I'm the type of person, I'm not a buzzkill at all. Like, if we go out, especially if I didn't drive, I'm never gonna be the person who's like, oh, I'm ready to go. Oh, my feet hurt. Oh, it's lame. Oh, this. Like, if you are having a good time, if you're not complaining, if you're not ready to go, I'm gonna let you stay. I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm gonna let you do whatever you wanna do, because when I go out and I'm having a good time, I want you to give me the same respect and don't ruin it for me. So I never try to be a buzzkill for anybody. But my toes was hurting. So I wanted to know when we were leaving, because if we weren't finna leave no time soon, because at that time it was probably still early. It was probably like 11, 12 o'clock. Mind you, most clubs close at like 1 or 2. So I'm like, if we're gonna be here till like 1 or 2 o'clock, basically, I was asking, are we finna be here for a minute? Because if we're gonna be here for a minute, we need to walk around some more, scan the perimeter, so we can find some seats, girl, because my toes is hurting. And she was like, girl, I don't know. I didn't drive, because Square drove. So she was like, you know, I didn't drive, X Square. So, mind you, this is the first thing that I have said to Square all night. I didn't even mention, but like, before we came in and got the drinks, so we did go to the bathroom. Like, I feel like all girls do that. As soon as you get in the club, you want to go in the bathroom, make sure everything good. Like, she didn't say that to me in the bathroom. She didn't say that to me when we was at the bar. She didn't say that when we was walking around. But I asked her, I was like, you know, hey, when you gonna be ready to go? This girl looks at me when I feel like it. Who you talking to? Like, y'all, it caught me so off guard, because I'm like, y'all, if you know me, I really have a smart little flip mouth. But y'all, when she said that, I really had to take a step back. I was like, did I do something to this? I was just like, the last time we talked, we was taking a shot in the car. But yeah, so the last time that I talked to her, it was about a shot, and like, everybody was still good then. You know what I'm saying? Who does this bitch think she's talking to, and why is she talking to me like that? But I just walked over back to Ashley, and I was like, what's wrong with your friend? Like, what's her problem? And she was like, girl, I don't know. We just kind of had it out just now. And she tried to explain to me what was going on. But yeah, I promise, I don't remember what was said. I don't even think it was nothing. It was just like, she was just being, Square was just being like extra for no reason. Like, you know how somebody like kind of try to start an argument about nothing? That's what Ashley was basically explaining to me. It was just like, she was really mad about nothing. She just had an attitude and was just going off on Ashley, like little Ashley for no reason. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's between y'all, but she ain't have to get no attitude with me, cause girl, I don't even know you, sis. But anyway, so fast forward past that, I didn't even worry about it, y'all, like, cause at the end of the day, I came here to have a good time, so I'm not gonna worry about it. So at this point, I'm standing in the perimeter. It's about like 5-10 minutes later. I'm standing in the perimeter, looking for seats, but still, you know, rocking the music, recording little snaps, doing me, chilling, doing whatever. But I'm still looking around like, where I'm gonna sit at, because the girl toes is hurting. So out of nowhere, Square walks off, which I think I saw when she walked off, but I didn't think nothing of it. So at this point, Ashley looks at me and she's like, come on, Shay, let's go. I'm like, where we going? She's like, we need to go outside because I think Square left us. And I'm like, girls, what you talking about? Square left us? Why would she leave us? What are you talking about? That don't even make sense. What you gonna leave us for? She's like, no, Shay, I know this just left us. She do stupid like that. And I'm like, she do stupid like that and you're still friends with her? Not only are you still friends with her, you're still friends with her, and you brought her into my circle to be my friend. I'm not friends with people like that, okay? You should have told me that. But mind you, I'm still walking because in my mind I'm like, this girl ain't leave us. Like, it's just a misunderstanding. So we outside, we're walking. Mind you, we parked nowhere near this club. So we took a long, nice little walk just to get very, very disappointed when we got there because, of course, Square's car was gone. At this point, y'all, like, my mind went blank and my jaw dropped because you left us. Mind you, guys, I didn't mention, this was probably around like 2018, 2019. This was around 2019. And I don't know if it was just here in Mississippi or just on the social media that I saw, but around this time, it was like sex trafficking was at its peak. Like, that's what everybody was talking about. People were getting abducted every day, young, old, everybody, small towns, big cities. That was what was being talked about. Like, that was what was going on. And that's all that was running through my mind. Like, there's no way this girl left me at a club knowing that people are like on this sex trafficking stuff heavy, which, I mean, people are still heavy on it now and people don't talk about that enough, but that's another topic for another day. Like, women are getting kidnapped and you left me outside of a club. Mind you, not only did she live with y'all, you know, when you go in a club, you try to bring the bare minimum. A girl that doesn't have a purse, you try to bring the bare minimum in the club. So yeah, I think I literally probably only had my ID and the money that I was using to get in. Like, my keys was in the car, my cards were in the car, like everything was in the car, and Ashley's stuff was in the car too. Her keys, her gate key, her money, everything is in this girl's car, and she's gone. So how are we gonna get back to the house to get our stuff? And you're gone. Like, all of this is just running through my head. I'm just like, what the f? It's freezing cold and this girl left us. Which I did have long sleeves and long pants on because I had on like this little two-piece set. But, y'all, it's freezing cold outside. And like my toes out. And I mean, yeah, I got on long sleeves, but it's still a club outfit. So it's not something that needs to be worn in the cold. So, Ashley's over there trying to call this girl. And I just eventually ended up calling my boyfriend at the time, and I was like, hey, can you come get us? We're at this club, da da da. So at this point, now me and Ashley going back and forth, and you know how it is when you're mad and your friend is in the same situation, they're mad too, you feeding off of each other. So yeah, I'm getting hot, I'm getting mad, I'm getting pissed off, and I eventually told Ashley, I was like, I'm gonna fight this bitch. Like, if she's at the house when I get there, I'm gonna fight her. Like, I'm gonna beat her. I'm gonna beat the out of her. Like, I was going off. I was like, bro, because you don't do nothing like that. Not saying that I would have wanted her to take me and leave Ashley, but how you gonna punish me for something that this girl did? Like, that don't even make sense. And the whole situation don't make sense because this your best friend. How do you leave your best friend over a petty argument? Like, so yeah, okay, long story short, boyfriend comes 25 minutes later. Not my current boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. My current boyfriend would never do me like that. One call, that's all. He did. But anyway, So we get in the car, y'all. I'm hot. Like, you know how like you get mad, like, and you feel your face is warm. Like, I feel like steam coming out of my nose and my ears burning up. Like, y'all, I'm so mad. So I get in the car, I take off my heels, and I asked my boyfriend at the time. I was like, give me your shoes, cause he had on like some slides. I was like, give me your shoes. Like, y'all, I had, kid you not, changed pants, put some new shoes on. When I get there, I'm gonna be. So I didn't tell my boyfriend that. I had told Ashley that, but I didn't tell my boyfriend that because I'm not even gonna lie. The dude that I was with at the time, I don't want to say he's scared, but he wasn't about no fighting. Like, so I just feel like if I would have told him like, oh, I'm finna go to this girl house and fight her, he definitely would have been the voice of reason. Like, no, bro, leave that stuff alone. Don't even be like that. Da, da, da. So I was like, I ain't even gonna tell him, because if I tell him, he's gonna try to talk me out of it. And I was like, fuck you. So fast forward, we get outside of the apartment complex. Mind you, the gate is locked. Ashley's keys are in Square's car, so we can't get in. All right. We basically just have to wait on another car to come in and go in behind them, because we don't have a way to open the gates. So we did that, wait on the car to come through. Like, I thought about it for so long. I'm just like, I'm not gonna run up in this girl house and fight her. Even though I was mad, I was like, I'm not gonna run up in this girl house and fight her. Well, really, at that time, it was for one reason. I had just made up in my mind, like, if I go here and whoop this bitch ass, she's gonna press charges on me. And at this time, like, I had just started teaching, or I don't even know if I had started teaching yet. I may have still been working for the state. But either way go, I have a legitimate job. I cannot have stuff on my record, especially if this is when I was still working for the state. I can't afford to have stuff on my record. So I just left it alone. I was pissed when I got there. So I ain't gonna lie, I went to her car, because that was the thing. This dumb left her car unlocked so we could get our stuff. She also left the light on. Weird. But yeah, so Ashley gets her stuff from out of the passenger side, and I'm on the back seat, like, kind of looking through stuff, trying to find mine, because I did not have my wallet out in the open. I either like stuffed it in between the seat, under the seat, in the little cushion behind the chair, something like that. But I had to find my wallet and all that good stuff. So I leave, go home, just going off about it to my ex, and he's just like, you know, babe, just let it go. Like, yeah, she wrong for it, but it's over and done now. So I thought that was just the end of the whole situation, right? Wrong. It gets juicier. So y'all, the next morning, this girl texts me. I have the messages, so I'm gonna read them to you guys, and I may insert them just for like receipt purposes, so y'all don't think I'm lying. So she texts me, she's like, please don't ever throw anything out my car again. I know you threw my jacket on the ground, or it will be a bigger issue. Thanks. All I could think when she sent me that was, who do you think I am? Are you for real? Like, I just spared you last night. I just spared you, and now. So I said, girl, you, your jacket, and your car. You left me stranded for no reason last night. You lucky I ain't come up there and fight your. Now stop texting me before you have a bigger issue than you can handle. Because my thing is, you sit up here texting me about a jacket. Girl, fuck your jacket. You played with my life last night. Anything could have happened to me. Because you mad about what? And like I said, y'all, I didn't even do or say anything to this girl. Like, I was so livid. Like, when I tell you all that steam that I was talking about in my face the night before, all of that steam came back tenfold. Like, as soon as I saw this message, y'all, I hopped up. I'm talking about, I'm up, I'm ready. I'm like, bro, ain't no way this girl texting me. After I sent that message, she says, girl, you could have came in. You bigger, but that doesn't mean you were going to whoop my ass, and you're rude, and yes, I left you stranded. Every time we go out, you have an attitude for no reason. You should be more careful with your attitude around people. You do a lot of rude shit. We just don't say. But I hope you learn to be more considerate with other people around you. And I left because I know how I am, and it was going to be a bad situation, so I politely left the scene. Y'all, let's not forget, I did not say anything to this girl. After that message, I was putting on clothes. Because I'm like, I'm not even finna text you no more. Now I'm finna just come to your house and whoop your ass. Mind you, this is Sunday morning, she's texting me. I'm like, I'm not even finna talk no more. I tried to spare you last night. Now you texting me being disrespectful. I probably did throw her jacket on purpose because I'm a Scorpio and we're vindictive like that. Yes, I probably did do that shit on purpose. I don't give a f. I can buy that same jacket 3 times. I kill you. Like, don't play with me. Like, at that point, y'all, I was so mad, bro. When she sent that last message talking about I'm bigger than her, but come on, let's talk about it. Let's see you not get your. Let's see how this finna play out. Cause I'm finna dog walk the at you. That's exactly what my mindset was on. Like, literally, I woke up and chose violence. Okay, I pull up. I ain't telling nobody I was on the way. I'm at their door. Boom, 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 beating on that door. Nobody's coming to the door. So I don't call her, cause I know if I call her, she's probably not gonna answer. And if she do answer, she damn sure ain't finna open this door. She know what's good for. So at this point, I whip out my phone and I call Ashley, cause mind you, that's her roommate and my friend. So I call Ashley. I'm like, bro, come open this door right now. Come open the door. She's like, oh, that's you outside beating. Come open the door. She's like, oh, that's you outside beating. Come open the door. I ain't even answer her. Come open the door. I get in and I brush past her. I go straight to this bitch room. I said, oh, she not here. She not here. And Ashley's like, who you talking about? You talking about Square? Like, yeah, she gone to church. You in the Lord's house talking like this to me? Really, ma'am? Really, Miss Ma'ams? Really? I feel like she knew in her mind that I was finna pull up. So she said, you know what? I'm gonna talk all this shit because I'm at church. This bitch don't know where I go to church at. But you know I know where you stay at. That's why you talking all that hot shit. And I bet you that took forever to get home today. I bet you she did. I was sitting up there and I was talking to Ashley about the whole situation and just getting my emotions out. I had come to the conclusion and I told Ashley, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna fight this because at the end of the day, you have to stay with her. Because I had a situation like that with my roommate got into it with one of my friends and it was just like messy. And I told my friend, I was like, at the end of the day, I have to live with that person. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking like that. I was like, at the end of the day, if I with this, even if she don't press charges on me, even if, you know, I will, like, that's gonna create unnecessary tension between Ashley and her roommate. And then now every time I come over, it's gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? And me and Ashley have been like friends for a very long time. I'm talking about like double-digit years. So I wasn't finna sit up here and because I knew I wasn't gonna lose my friend, but I wasn't trying to put my friend in a weird ass situation, and I didn't want to have to stop coming over to my friend's house and all that type of stuff. So I just eventually went ahead and I told Ashley, I was like, you know what, girl, I'm not gonna fight her. I ain't gonna even worry about it because I'm gonna think about you and I'm gonna leave it alone. Especially because, like, at this point you playing. Because really, I should have just went up and whooped the ass that night. That's my fault for not doing that. But the second day, you up here talking shit, knowing that you're not at home, and I'm telling you, like, I want to fight. Beat the bitch up, yup. Just beat the hoe up, yup. How many times I gotta tell y'all, Lil Shorty, they ready to fight. Fight that hoe, Lil Shorty. Come on, hoe. Lil Shay like to fight. I'm telling you, like, I want to fight. And you not here. Like, you playing. I ain't got time. I'm not gonna waste my time. And she was not worth my energy. So I just eventually ended up letting it go. Put my glasses on. Alright, class. So I had to put my glasses on because we're about to read this. So this is the last text message that I sent to Miss Ma'ams before I blocked her. I said, girl, first of all, your head was so far up Ashley's in the club. I didn't even have time to be rude with you because I couldn't even get a word in. Laughing my ass off. You're comparing rudeness to just being a bad friend in general. No decent person would ever do their friends like that over a misunderstanding. You've always wanted to do that because you're a person. LOL. You hate yourself, so you try to make people feel shitty just like you. Well, newsflash, ma'am. Spewing your self-hatred onto others will not make your soul any better. But please remember, karma is real and she will make you pay for last night. Just don't call your friends when you need help, okay? Great. Have a nice life. So I kept it very, very cute with her, especially when I found out that she was at church. That's why I said the whole thing about your soul, because I want you to feel where I'm coming from. I really want to make you feel bad because, y'all, there is nothing that anybody, any friend of mine, or not even if you weren't my friend, even if you a friend of a friend, even if you somebody that I don't know, if you get in the car with me and I take you somewhere, there is nothing that you can do or say to me that will make me leave you. There's nothing in the world. Like, I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck. I'm not saying that I won't get pissed off now. We can sit up here and we can argue all the way back to our destination, but I'm not gonna leave you nowhere. The only way I would even consider something like that, like you had to literally put my life in danger. Like you had to pull a gun on me or a knife on me. And even then I might be like, all right, throw that little blade over to the side, get your in this car so we can go home. Like I'm not gonna leave my friends. Just a quick little update from that. So me and Ashley, of course, still remain friends, and I still will go over to the house after this situation. Every time I went over, of course, it was some tension. Not really tension on my end, but she just knew not to say to me. So, okay, you guys. So I went to a real popular bar here called M-Bar with my friend. I walked in, bypassed her, because like I've been my own where I have tunnel vision. When I'm walking, I just look to my destination, don't pay attention to my surroundings. So I walked past her, didn't notice it, sit down, and you know how you just looking around, and I make eye contact, boom, and she's smiling at me like, and when I tell you, y'all, I looked at her and I did this. Girl, you're dead to me. You don't exist. Who are you? Then after that incident, because mind you, her and Ashley are back cordial at this time because they're roommates at the end of the day. So just so they can have a peaceful living environment, Ashley just still tolerated her. But once that lease ended, the friendship ended. A couple weeks, months later, again, I'm at Ashley's house like I always am. And like I said, most of the time me and Ashley, after that incident, when we would come over, we would sit in her room, drink, or sometimes if we were in the living room, Square still knew not to come in that living room. Even if she came into Ashley's room, she would knock. She would ask for whatever she needed and she would leave. Like she would not stay and make small talk because she knew she don't with me. And I didn't. It was one day, I guess Ashley and Square must have bought a bottle together, a bottle of wine. And I was over there, you know, Ashley was like, you know, come drink, you know, get you a glass, as always. So I'm drinking or whatever. And they're talking or whatever, but I never really said anything. So I go and try to fix me a second glass of wine in the kitchen, and when I turn around, Square staring me in my damn face. So I'm just like, what's up? And she's like, oh, I just wanted to apologize for leaving you guys at last call that night because I was just upset and blah 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 blah. But immediately when she said but, my mind just drifted and it was like wah, 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 wah. Like I didn't hear nothing that she was saying. Because my thing is, the fact that you're saying but means that you're trying to justify your actions. And there is nothing you can say to justify leaving your friends. Okay? There's nothing you can say. You're dead to me. Like it's over. But yeah, so she's like, but you just, I feel like you had an attitude, da 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 da. I just felt like it was just tension. And I'm just up here the whole time she's talking, I'm just like, there's no need for us to talk about this. So she's like, yeah, do you accept my apology? And I was like, yeah, no. It's gonna take a minute. And she's like, okay. So again, in her mind, she's still thinking like, because I said it's gonna take a minute, she's still thinking like, okay, I just need to warm up to her. I tolerate you because you live here with Ashley. If I had the opportunity, I would spit on you, okay? You're nothing to me. Okay. Let's remember that. Okay. But yeah, so you guys, that pretty much concludes today's video. Like I said, I never, after that incident, I never really talked to Square again, other than like I said, I would go over to Ashley's house and drink, and she would try to start little small conversations with me, which if you know me, I cannot hide my facial expression, so it will be very evident, like, if you guys enjoyed this story time, go ahead and give this video a big old thumbs up if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed already, sis, what are you doing? Okay? Come on to the cool side, join your girl, you know what I'm saying? If you want to see more videos like these, then leave me a comment down below. Y'all, I almost forgot. If you want to know where I got my awesome fan that says Try Jesus Nomyn, check the description bar. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
I feel like
two indecisive people cannot work together.
So we gonna get the job done though.
Cause period. So we basically just ended up switching to a different location. The next pro tip would definitely